There are two souls who love you right now. Two, not one. Both of them think about you constantly. Both of them carry you in their hearts in ways you have never fully understood, but only one is telling the complete truth. The other has been hiding something profound, something that would change everything if you knew it. You have felt this tension. You may not have had words. One feels warm but somehow heavy, like sunlight filtered through thick clouds. The other feels quiet but infinitely deep, like still water that reflects the entire sky. One speaks loudly and makes grand gestures. The other has remained almost completely silent. The universe guided you to this message tonight because something fundamental is shifting in the spiritual realm around you. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now, in this very moment. The truth that has been hiding in the shadows is running out of places to remain concealed. What you are about to discover was not meant for everyone who will hear these words. It was specifically meant for you, deep inside you, past all the noise of daily life, past the confusion that has been clouding your heart, past everything the world has taught you about how love should look and sound and feel, each with a story to tell. Your soul already knows which one is telling the truth. You have been standing between two distinct energies for much longer than you consciously realize. One energy approaches you, with words, with visible effort. Part of you believed this was love because it looked exactly like what you had been taught love should look like. It sounded like love. It said all the things love is supposed to say. It performed all the actions love is supposed to perform. But something deep within your chest never fully settled into peace. Something remained restless, like a bird that cannot find the right branch to land on. Something kept whispering that the words did not perfectly match the energy behind them, that the effort felt. You tried to silence that inner voice. You told yourself you were being too demanding, too sensitive, too complicated. You convinced yourself that what you had was sufficient, that wanting something deeper was selfish, that the love standing directly in front of you was good enough, and you should stop searching for something that might not even exist in that flame was your soul attempting to communicate something crucial to you. And tonight, the universe is going to help you hear that message with perfect clarity. The first soul loves you in a way that is immediately visible to everyone around you. They demonstrate it through actions. They declare it with words. But the universe sees what your physical eyes cannot perceive. What the universe observes is a love built more on personal need than on spiritual truth. A love that holds on tightly because it fears what might happen if it releases its grip. A love that gives not from a place of overflowing abundance, but from a deep fear of being left alone. This is not a malicious soul. However, their love arrives with unspoken conditions that they themselves may not even fully recognize. Their love whispers, I am here for you as long as you remain exactly the way I need you to be, for my own comfort. Their love declares, I choose you because you make me feel secure and validated, not necessarily because I see and celebrate who you truly are in your complete authenticity. Your soul detected this difference immediately. Even when your logical mind could not articulate what that persistent feeling was not doubt or fear or self-sabotage. That was divine knowing. That was your spirit protecting you from settling for something that was almost right, but not genuinely yours. Carl Jung understood that the most terrifying thing for any human being is to accept themselves completely. The first soul has not yet learned to accept themselves in their totality. And because of this fundamental gap, they cannot fully accept you in yours either. They love the version of you that fits comfortably into their existing picture of how life should unfold. But the complete truth of who you are, you may have experienced this as an unexplainable heaviness that seemed to have no logical source, a bone-deep tiredness that had nothing whatsoever to do with physical sleep or rest, a persistent feeling that you were pouring your precious life energy into something that resembled love, but somehow left you feeling more empty and depleted than before you began. That was not your soul was carefully measuring the distance between what was being spoken aloud and what was actually being meant in the heart. And that distance was growing wider with each passing day, creating a chasm that no amount of effort or good intentions could bridge. The universe does not allow genuinely honest souls. The universe was giving you time to feel the profound difference between two completely different types of love, so that when the truth finally arrived at your doorstep, you would recognize it instantly, without any doubt or hesitation. And then there is the second soul, the quiet one, the one who has been carrying a secret so heavy and profound. But they have never said those words to you. Not once, not in any conversation, not in a text message, not in a text message, not in any way that your conscious mind could catch and hold onto as proof. They have swallowed those words every single time they try to escape. They have pushed that love down so deep into their being that some days they almost convinced themselves the secret they carry is not that they love you, because love itself is never a secret to the universe. The secret is why they chose never to tell you. They remained silent because they believed with absolute certainty that they were not enough for someone like you, not smart enough, not successful enough, not healed enough. They looked at you and saw someone so full of natural light that it made their own shadows feel darker and more shameful. They observed your strength and felt their own weaknesses more acutely. They witnessed the beauty of your heart and thought, how could someone as extraordinary as that ever choose someone as ordinary as me? So they made the decision to stay quiet. They became the person who exists in the background of your life, always present but never asking for anything in return. The one who remembers every small detail about you, but pretends those details do not matter. The one who notices when you are sad before you even realize it yourself, but never mentions what they see. Your soul already knows which one carries the truth. You can feel it right now as these words reach the deep. If you know exactly who this message is about, feel their energy in your heart right now. The secret this quiet soul carries is not dark or dangerous or harmful. It is the most tender thing a human heart can possibly hold. They love you with everything they have and everything they are. They have been loving you in complete silence because they genuinely believed that their silence was the kindest gift they could offer you. They thought that by staying quiet, they were protecting you from the complications of their own healing journey. The divine realm has been watching this entire situation unfold. The spiritual world has been holding space for this love to grow in the darkness. Every force that moves between souls has been waiting for this precise moment to bring the truth to the surface where it can finally breathe. Divine timing never rushes what is sacred and meant to last. This love has been growing in complete darkness. The quiet soul's silence was never rejection of you or your worth. It was a prayer they did not know how to pray out loud. Every time they looked at you and said nothing, they were actually saying everything their heart contained. Every time they stood near you, but maintained careful distance, their heart was screaming your name so loudly that the spiritual world could hear it echoing across dimensions. You were guided to this message tonight. The universe has been holding both of you in the palm of something much bigger than either of you can see or understand from your human perspective. And tonight, it is opening that hand to reveal what has been protected there all along. Take a slow, deep breath right now. Place your hand over your heart. Feel the warmth that is beginning to gather there like a gentle fire. You have been receiving this love without realizing what it was or where it was coming from. You are not alone in this experience. You never were, not even in your loneliest moments. That feeling you sometimes get, the one that arrives from nowhere like a gift, a sudden calm that wraps around you in the middle of a difficult day, a warmth that embraces you when you are physically alone. The quiet soul has been loving you in the only language they knew how to speak. And that language was pure energy, unspoken and unseen by the world, but never unfelt by your spirit. The universe does not reveal this truth to make you sad or to create more confusion in your life. The universe shows you this because the secret is finally ready to emerge from its hiding place. The wall this soul built between them. If you feel something shifting in the energy around you right now, know that your intuition has been right this whole time. Both souls are sitting in the energy around you right now, and if the universe gave them one chance to speak without fear, if all the walls came down and all the pretending stopped, if the only thing left was what lives in the very center of their chest, this is what you would hear. The first soul would say, I love you, and I have shown you that in every way I know how. I have been present in your life. I have tried my best. I have given you what I thought you needed most. But if I am completely honest with myself, and I have not been honest enough until this moment, part of me knows that I have been holding on to you because I am afraid of who I am without you in my life. You make my world feel safe and predictable, and I do not know if what I... Then the second soul speaks, the quiet one, the one with the secret that has been burning in their chest. I have never said these words to you. I have never said them to anyone. But you are the first thought I have when I wake up each morning, and the last one I hold before I fall asleep each night. Every thought in between is just noise, filling the space where your name lives permanently. I watched you give your heart to someone who did not know how to hold it with the reverence it deserved. I could not say anything. I could not tell you that I would hold it differently. But I need you to know something, even if I never find the courage to say this to your face. Even if these words only ever exist inside my heart, you are the most real thing I have ever felt in my entire life. I would rather spend the rest of my existence loving you in complete silence than ever stop loving you at all. That is the secret. Sit with those words for a moment. Do not rush past them or dismiss them as mere poetry. The universe opened a door, just now, and allowed you to hear what has been locked away in someone's heart for a very long time. This is not a story or metaphor. This is what is actually happening in the invisible space between you and someone whose name... The first soul spoke primarily about themselves, about their fears, about what they need from you to feel complete. The second soul spoke about you, about what they see in you, about what they would sacrifice just to remain close to your light. That difference is not small or insignificant. That difference is everything. The first soul loves you for what you give them. The second soul loves you for who you are. Your soul already knows which one speaks truth. Your soul has always known. Carl Jung once observed that everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. The restless feeling you experienced around the first soul was not irritation or pickiness. It was your own soul recognizing a truth your mind was not yet ready to. You did not do anything wrong by loving the first soul. You did not waste precious time. You did not make a mistake that you should regret. That connection taught you what love looks like when it is trying desperately to be enough, but cannot quite reach that destination. That lesson will protect you for the rest of your life. You also did not miss or overlook the quiet soul. You felt love is not always loud or obvious or dramatic. Love is not always accompanied by grand gestures or passionate declarations. Sometimes the deepest love is the one that never interrupts your peace, the one that never demands attention or recognition, the one that simply exists in the same space as you and makes everything feel more still and sacred. That is what the quiet soul has been offering you all along, a love that does not perform for an audience, a love. The universe promises that this kind of love does not stay hidden forever. Divine timing is placing every piece exactly where it needs to be. The quiet soul is reaching a moment they cannot come back from. The wall between what they feel and what they show is so thin now that it takes all of their remaining strength to keep it. Maybe it will be a look that lasts 1 second too long. Maybe it will be a sentence that escapes before they can stop it. Maybe it will be the way their voice changes when they say your name. Maybe it will be the way their hand almost reaches for yours before pulling back. But you will see it. And when you see it, everything will make perfect sense. Every confusing signal, every quiet moment that felt heavy within that moment, you will understand why the universe made you wait. Why divine timing held this revelation back until now. Why the truth had to arrive at this exact point in your story, and not a moment sooner. Because you were not ready before. Not because you were weak or blind, but because you were still learning to trust yourself completely, still learning that your intuition is more accurate. Now you know. Now you are standing in a version of yourself that can receive this truth without breaking apart, that can hold this love without losing yourself inside it, that can look at the quiet soul and say with complete confidence, I see you, I have always seen you, and I am ready. The truth does not need you to fight for it or chase it down. It does not need you to prove that you are worthy of receiving it. You have done exactly that through everything, through the confusion and the waiting and the lonely nights when you wondered if real love was even possible for someone like you. Through the moments when you almost settled, because settling felt safer than continuing to hope. Through the times when you told yourself to stop believing in something you could not see, or prove, or hold in your... If you trust what your soul is telling you right now, subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications so you never miss another message the universe is sending you. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it tonight. The first soul will find their own path and learn what they need to learn. You do not owe them your future just because they showed up in your past. You can honor what was beautiful without letting it decide what will be. The quiet soul does not need your rescue or your pity. They need your recognition. Not a grand gesture or dramatic moment, just the simplest thing in the world. Eye contact that says, I know. A peace that does not ask you to prove anything to anyone. A stillness that does not come from giving up on love, but from finally arriving at the love that was always meant for you. That is sacred. That is what the universe... Something is moving in the energy around this connection right now. You might feel it in the coming days. A dream where someone appears and says nothing, but their presence fills the entire space with warmth. A sudden knowing that someone is thinking about you with the kind of love that has no conditions. Divine timing is not slow. It is precise. And right now it is moving every piece into perfect position. The quiet soul is waking up to the fact that their silence is no longer protecting you. It is keeping both of you from the love that was written. When it does, you will understand why the universe kept you searching for so long. It was not punishment for some cosmic crime. It was preparation for a love that does not perform or approve itself. A love that simply is in all its quiet power and gentle strength. You do not have to go looking for this truth. Let divine timing do what it has always done. Deliver exactly what was promised, exactly when it was meant to land in your life. Your soul already knows which one tells the truth. It knew before you found this message. It knew before the confusion started. It knew from the very... Tonight, you did. You are not wrong for anything you felt. You are not wrong for the confusion or the waiting, or the nights you spent wondering which direction to turn. You were exactly where you needed to be, learning exactly what you needed to learn, so that when the truth arrived, you would be ready to hold it without fear. Every time you felt pulled between two directions, the universe was gently turning you toward the one that was real. And now here you are, standing in the truth your soul has carried from the very beginning. The quiet soul is closer to speaking than they have ever been. The secret they have been carrying is lighter. You can feel it right now as you absorb these words. Something between you and someone whose name lives in the deepest part of your heart is humming with possibility. Something ancient and eternal. Something that was never meant to stay silent forever. Whatever happens next, walk forward not in confusion. Only one is telling the truth. Your soul already knows which one. It has always known. You are not wrong.